Hi, everybody. It's a little bit later in the afternoon when I'm filming this, but I have been reading this. I can say it's a definite, it could be an advertisement for anti nausea medicine. It starts out, he did dedicate the book. It's for Meg and Archie and Lily. And of course, my mother. Yes, I think I need more ginger ale or Pepto Bismol. So turn the page, and they included a quote from William Faulkner. The past is never dead. It's not even past. I wonder if the Faulkner estate knows about this and if they would like it retracted out of everything from the next printing, if there is a next printing. So I kind of been skimming over it. It starts out, the foreword is basically Henry whining, whinging about how after Philip's funeral, there would be a private discussion with the three of them, Henry, William, and Charles. Now, at that time, Charles was still Prince of Wales. He goes wandering up and around the garden, and he's near the old family cemetery, and he pauses basically at the grave of Wallace Simpson. Now, I think that's kind of ironic because over the past few weeks, I have been picking up things from Wallace and Edwards. So it's like what I said yesterday. Edward said the bloody fool's throwing everything away. Now, to get back to the nausea, I looked through it, and it's printed on not bleached paper, on less expensive grade of paper. There's only 3 photographs in the book, besides the front and back covers. The first one, it's because the book's in 3 sections. The first section is him with Diana as a young boy. The second is of him in his uniform wearing a beard, his military uniform. The last one is obviously a staged photo of him and Rachel playing tonsil hockey. So it's definitely staged. And I noticed a couple other things with this book. It's basically 400 pages. So from pages 9 to 116, that's 108 pages. Goes from August of 97, when he was 12, going on 13, talking about Diana's death, going forward, up to 2006, when he entered the military. So the second section starts on 117 and runs to like 264. That's 148 pages. And like I said, it's from 06 to 2016. 148 pages to cover 10 years, up to his age, 32, 33. From then on, 265 to the end of the book. It starts roughly from year 2016 to now. So 143 pages to cover the past 6 years. And since this probably the galleys went to the edited script, probably had to go to the printers last spring. So let's say from 2016 to the first quarter of 2022. That's 143 pages. I'm going to be honest, this book is really an ad for Dramamine, anti-nausea medicine, or Pepto-Bismol, or make sure you've got 7-Up or cream soda. I'm actually more interested in this one, Angela Kelly's book, which I'm having a lot more fun, and I've found a few tidbits, but I'll wait till I get it through, finish it all before I talk about it. But ladies, get this one from the library. Get Angela Kelly's. That's worth the purchase. It's a little bit more, but better quality publishing. The pages are the slick, shiny, gorgeous color photographs, and little behind stories on some of the jewelry and some of the clothing items and how certain items were actually picked out, especially the outfit she wore to the wedding in 2018, May 2018. Now, I do have to give a shout out to a couple people. One is Sue. She mentioned that she caught in the book the story about Henry doing drugs at Tyler Perry's house. Now, I do have my own personal story about Tyler Perry. This goes back, I'd say, before 2010. I was actually working on a production of one of his movies here in Chicago. I was working as a stand-in. So here I am. It's like there at the crack of dawn. It's an outside shoot in the summer. So actually we start filming like before 7 a.m. to get all the daylight. Well, lunchtime comes and I finish lunch, and I did read on the call sheet, this is a no smoking set. But the second AD who put together the call sheets also listed the geographic boundaries of the set, the rented area. So after lunch, I said, the heck with it, I'm going across this. I walked off of the set area, across the street, and I lit up a cigarette. I am not on the rented set area. I am across the street. Well, coming across the street is this big black dude. And he looks at me. He goes, very intimidating, like he's going to scare me. He's like, this is a no smoking set. And I'm like, and who are you? He goes, I'm the producer. I'm like, big whoop. Then if you're a producer, I'm not on set. You're not paying rent for this piece of property, and it's a public sidewalk. And because production is so cheap, none of us are being paid for lunch. And this is my lunchtime. You're not paying me right now. This is my time. And if I choose to walk across the street to have a cigarette, you can't do squat. So he started grumbling, and next thing you know, a couple guys from the production crew walk on over, and they're like, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, hi. I go, this guy's giving me static. Well, hey, we're not on set. We're across the street. We're off property. They light up. It's Tyler Perry staring at us. And the other two guys that joined me were the DP and head camera. Can't shoot a movie without the camera guys. And we were then joined by some Teamsters and some other grips and gaffers and a few other crew members. Without them, you can't make your movie, bozo. You're not paying us. It's lunchtime. And we're off the rented property. So that's my story of Tyler Perry. So if he had got his knickers in a twist because I was smoking on set, can you imagine how he would be if he caught Henry doing anything illegal in his house? And the guy is a chain smoker, so he probably was stinking up, and now he's probably billing him, I got to repaint my house because it smells like smoke. Well, go cry. Cry me a river. Oh, now I do have to give kudos to Murky Meg. Thank you to her. She is taking a hit for the team and is being very diligent about reading it. But I have to remind her, her little kitty, she does have to pay the pet tax. I hope we see a picture of her kitty one day soon. Okay. So Meg, thank you so much. But we would like to see a picture of your precious kitty who is always trying to be part of the video. Oh, so to take our mind off the stupid, nauseating nightmare of Henry and Rachel, I was watching the news this morning, and ladies, did you know that our current administration wants to cease production of gas stoves? Yes, it's like the guy, Richard Trumka Jr., he's head of the Consumer Product and Safety Commission, wants to outlaw gas stoves, cooking stoves. He wants everybody to switch to an electric stove. Excuse me, but anybody who knows how to cook knows that professional chefs and every decent cook, we use a gas stove. I mean, when I'm on an apartment hunt, if the apartment has one of those glass topped electric ranges, and I'm like, sorry, no deal. I cook, I bake too much. A gas stove, it's much easier to control your heat levels, your temperature levels. And there is now a website called savethestoves.com. If we want to tell the current administration, keep your hands off our kitchen equipment. And another thing that's happened this week is, yes, our new government has voted out and voted down the hiring of 87,000 new IRS agents. We don't need that. That's a waste of money. I mean, hey, everything's computerized anyway. And the other thing, because I come from a real aviation family, my dad was like diplomatic transport. He was a pilot. He was flying all these heads of state all over Europe and the Middle East and all over the place. Well, Pete Butthead couldn't even get his butt out of bed to make a comment when the FAA computers went down today. So I'm sorry, but what is his name? Buttigieg or something like that? This guy, Department of Transportation, I don't think he's even read the rules and regulations. He didn't even, hey, when you have the nation's airlines, aviation shut down, you get your ass to the office and start screaming bloody murder. What in hell is going on? And he didn't even make a statement until about 8 hours into the shutdown. Oh, well, maybe this is the somebody from the Green Party or Green people threw in a computer glitch to shut it down. Just think how much pollution was saved because no aviation was flying for 12 hours. Give me a break. I wonder what would happen. And of course, we're all seeing the mudslides and everything. California is just getting soaked. You know, I was watching mainstream media, so I was on mainstream media here in the States. I wasn't thinking too much about it. But when I watch the Hungarian news every morning, yes, I understand what they're saying. And they actually brought up the fact that the damage in the rivers and what's happening, and they had Newsom on. Okay, this storm that's blowing through California right now must be big news if it's being shown in Hungary. So my heart and sympathy goes out to everybody in California except for the gruesome twosome. I mean, heck, I'm surprised they haven't run away to somebody's house further inland or to a drier state. I'm surprised she hasn't brought him out here to Chicago to show him her alma mater. And show him, hey, this is where I went to college. This is my old stomping grounds. Well, if she did that, I wonder what Evanston police would do. She might have a warrant still for her. That's my opinion. That's all I'm saying today. So I hope everybody has a great time. Thank you for listening. You know, you got to please subscribe, click the like, make a comment, share. You know the routine. We're adults now. So see you tomorrow. No, see you Friday.